Yes, people, what is happening, and welcome back to the Pole Position Pod. We're gonna talk about the Qatar Grand Prix review show. This is the review show of the Qatar Grand Prix. Hey, listen, this is this is crazy. This has been a tough, I say, I say tough few weeks talking Formula One, talking, and this is not, and when I say tough, I don't mean it in a bad way. I mean it in a good way. I've been loving these talks about what do you call Formula One so far this season. And listen, guys, it's going down to the wire. One more race to go. We've covered every single race so far this year. I just want to say thank you to everyone who's tuned in to the channel. Thank you to everyone who's engaged with the channel and who supported the channel from day dot. And we're gonna be there for the final race of the season. We've got we've got all the previews, all the coverage on AN Sports. So guys, tune in, hit the like button on your way in, subscribe to the channel. We're trying to get to 600 subscribers now. We're about, I'd say, around 87 subs away around, possibly. So guys, keep on going and subscribe to King and Renveer's channels. I'll put the link in the chat. I'll pin it in the comments, and the link will be in the description of the video as well. So guys, support the mandem as always, and big up, man. I mean, guys, we are finally we're finally going down to the wire. It's going down to the wire, guys. This is going to be a 3-horse race going into the last day of the season. When we started the channel, did we ever think that there would be a 3-driver championship race on the final day? 2 from McLaren and 2 from Red Bull. I don't think in my wildest dreams did I think I'd have 3 drivers compete for a championship. You know what I mean? But the lads are back. In about 12 hours, we were live. 12 hours ago, we were live talking the race preview. Now we're doing the race review. Quickly how time flies, isn't it? Quickly how time flies. But guys, talk to me.
You're right, Akavin. Time flies very quickly, but you know what flies quicker than time? McLaren's title.
2 from McLaren.
Yeah, you know what flies quicker than time? McLaren's title hopes, because it's flying away at the moment. That's what it is. Both Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri's title hopes are flying away with the current trajectory. Look, what a interesting, fascinating, and very, very decisive Qatar GP. Obviously, we talked about Qatar not being a track with many overtakes, but it was all about strategy. It was all about the mind and the thinking. And once again, McLaren, the architects of their own downfall. We joked about this before the show. I always talk about, hey, if you want to win, you have to stand out and subvert the status quo. When the safety car came in on lap 7, everyone on the grid pit for their cheap mandatory pit stop except the McLarens. So everyone had basically a 16-second advantage over them, especially Max Verstappen, which made him the de facto leader. And ever since that, he took control and command of the race and won. Whereas Oscar Piastri and Lando Norris pit into traffic. Lando Norris held back, couldn't overtake Kimi Antonelli and Carlos Sainz for the majority of the race, and Oscar Piastri finished behind them. So, Max, kudos to you. You are crazy. One time 106 points behind. Now you are only 12 points behind and heading into Abu Dhabi, where you love that track. Ekevin, you're right. In your wildest dreams, none of us imagined this. But I'm glad it's not a dream. I'm glad it is a reality.
Yeah. King and Renveer. One more race to go. You guys hear? You guys hear me?
Yeah. One race to go, man.
The awkward silence.
Oscar Piastri, of course, he won 2 Grand Prix last year, but we didn't expect this coming of age where he'd be in the World Championship fight still on the 24th round in Abu Dhabi. So we're set up for a treat. We got 2 McLaren drivers. Obviously, they're going to be mates off the track. They're going to still eat together, still going to be in the hospitality together, but on track, it's going to get feisty because of this. World Championship will define the rest of their careers and how the public view them for the rest of time to come. As for Maximilian Verstappen, yes, he's dragged himself back in 104 points. Hang on, I've got the points breakdown here of all the races. So So after Zandvoort, it was 104 points. Then in Monza, he got it down to 94 points. Then in Baku, got it down to 69 points. In Singapore, got it down to 63 points. In Qatar, he got down to 40 points. Obviously, he gained 23 points because of McLaren's double DNF in the sprint race, and obviously he went on to win the main race as well as the sprint race. In Mexico City, he got down to 36 points. In Brazil, Norris gained 12 points on him, so then 13 points, so then it became 49. But then in Las Vegas, double DNF, 24
Yep.
points. Now in Losail, the gap is now 12 points. So this championship, the way the current trajectory is going, it's very much firmly still in Maximilian Verstappen's grip.
King.
All I want to say is Super Max, 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 Super Max, Max, Max. Hey,
Yo, skip that.
anyway, anybody but McLaren, the prophecy is being fulfilled. For one night only, I'll be a Max Verstappen fan, and yeah, he can win the championship. He can win the championship because I don't want bum drivers like Lando Norris winning the championship. Oscar Piastri, you let me down. I backed you, but the second half of the season, you proved to be a scrub, just like your mentor Mark Webber. You never won a world championship himself, so hold that, you Australians. And good night, mate. On life for life. Anyway, but I will say this. It's a great end to the season. It was a great race. And yeah, we can talk about it much more. And that's what I got to start off with.
Anyways,
Ekevin, you are one crazy man.
Policy 05 and Big Up Monkey.
Yo, if King heard you, he would have gone nuclear.
oh, it's fine. Anyways, scrap that. We'll be back next week. But anyways,
What did he say?
Yeah, what did you say, Ekevin? Tell the masses.
Okay, I'll go. You can go rewind back later. You can go rewind back and say it later. See it later. Sorry.
Yo, he went Xavier Woods PG-13, bro. He went R-rated. That's what he did, King.
But anyways, as for this week, I mean, Renvier called Max Verstappen to win the race. He called it.
Piastri second as well.
Oh, I didn't know you had Max Verstappen's phone number, Renvier. Didn't know you called him.
Yeah.
What's good, Max? How you doing? How'd you feel after that race?
Well, we keep on pushing to the end. I'm not thinking about number 5. I'm thinking about number 4, but still, his mind games even got me. That he's not thinking about championship number 4. I mean number 5. His mind games got me because I firmly thought that he didn't care about this world championship, but he does.
But yeah, like I said, he's kept his hopes alive with the win in Qatar. I mean, that's massive for Max. I mean, he needed that. This was now back-to-back race wins now.
Yep.
Because he won last week in Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Yeah, he won last week in Las Vegas.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Eh?
Yeah, well, just like what Ekevin was saying next week.
Well, it went all the way to Qatar, and Max Verstappen got that. Max Verstappen got the win. It didn't just stay in Vegas; it went to Qatar. It went to Qatar as well. So, listen. This time it didn't stay in Vegas. But Abu Dhabi next week is gonna be massive for all 3 drivers, and yeah, I did say Oscar Piastri was still in it by points metric, not by mentality metric. I think Augusti, you can vouch for me as well. I think I said something along the lines of Oscar Piastri was still in the hunt, but obviously not by the mentality standpoint. No, I guess you're mad, bro.
Yes, Kevin, I can vouch for you. Whatever you said, I can 100% vouch for you. And Renvir, I agree with you. Those are some wise words in the private chat. Yeah. Look, Oscar Piastri this week, confidence on steroids, right? I think a lot of that is a byproduct of circumstance. The fact that he's coming to a track that aligns more with his driver arsenal or his bag, as you would say in the NBA. High grip, high speed track. Those are the tracks that he usually performs at. Those were the tracks at the beginning of the season. Whereas the tracks that he usually flounders at, falls, fails, struggles, and suffers, not just this year, but throughout his Formula One career, has been those street circuits and those tracks like Mexico. So for Oscar Piastri, imperious all weekend. And again, he should have won the race if it wasn't for his team producing one of the most avoidable, unforced errors ever. But yeah, Oscar Piastri's been on the money, and I think this has basically regained his rhythm, refilled his confidence, and he looks zen. He just looks in the zone. He looks in the moment. And heading into next week, you would argue that he has the least pressure among all the drivers, right? He has the least to lose and the most to gain. So he's not going to be feeling the pressure as much as his teammate Lando Norris is, who is not only trying to clinch a world title from an advantageous position that slipped away, but also he is fending off his teammate and the soon-to-be greatest of all time. So look, for Lando Norris at the moment, man, it is going to be a mental minefield. There are so many things he will be thinking about next week. And for Max Verstappen, Renvir, as you talked about, he's the most relaxed man on the entire grid, perhaps on the entire planet at the moment. So look, while it seems like P3 is easy, I think there are a lot of hurdles to get there.
Yeah, and Piastri's performance will be buoyed by the fact that Norris failed to get on the podium. Piastri finished second. Norris stayed out in hopes for a safety car after it's compulsory for him to pit twice, so he stayed out on one stop, and then he had to come in and pit with 12 laps to go, and that caused him to overdrive the car. He lost his second there, but Antonelli, you have gone down so much in my ratings. And now this makes me question which driver will be willing to aid Verstappen compared to Norris, because I thought Antonelli was Verstappen's friend after the way he reacted, the way he forgave him after Antonelli took him out in Spielberg. So this makes me question who's going to come to whose aid, because this is a piranha club. Eddie Jordan said it's a piranha club. Everyone's out to get each other. Big up Steve. Everyone's out to get each other. No one's your friend. Everyone wants to beat each other, and even if you say you're someone's friend, it doesn't hold any merit.
Can you want to answer that?
Oh, what do you mean in terms of what happened at the end? In terms of what Kimi did?
I don't answer Renvir's point. If you were like,
I don't think it's about whether who's going to help who. I just think people are just driving their own race. I think at the end of the day, they're just going to get out of the way of the. For the most part, it's going to be them trying to get out of the way or defend with the capabilities of their car. You have to realize that the McLaren is the best car out there. So if Norris wants to get past people, he can do if he's quick enough. But he struggled a bit in towards the end of the race, but he got past most. He's going to get past most cars easier than anything. Max needs to still kind of hope for a miracle, because you need to win the race and have Norris to finish fourth or lower, which can happen again. It's happened today, but I don't know if it is going to. I don't know how good Norris is. Obviously, Norris won the race. The race coming up last year, and did it to clinch McLaren's constructors championship. The point that both Kevin and Augusti have made so many times when they call Norris clutch, Norris top 5, and all them things there. But will he be able to do it again? Who knows? But there, as we've talked about many times, there's a multiple world champion behind you, and he smells blood. And I think Lando is showing what I've been saying all along, that he's soft. And this weekend's performance was soft from him. He had the opportunity to clinch his world title, to end the season on a high, not have any worries at the last race. But he messed up in every part of the game. Messed up in the sprint, messed up in both qualies, and messed up in the race as well. And he let himself down. So we'll see what happens at the end. But anyway, you know the message. Anybody but McLaren, and yeah, Supermax. One race contract, and then after that, it's back to being a Sir Lewis stan. And yeah, that's all I got to say.
The reason I brought up the Antonelli point here is because he was on lap 57 out of 57. He could have easily defended, and Norris's DRS would have been powerful enough to pass him. So he just let him through. He's not Michael Schumacher. Someone needs to remind him. Although he's in Mercedes livery in Mercedes car, he's not Michael Schumacher waving Sebastian Vettel by in Interlagos in 2012 in the title fight. That's not him, bro. Of course, that's his engine manufacturer, and I don't know who said it. I'm gonna check now. Some notable person in the F1
Helmut Marko.
space.
Helmut Marko accused him of intentionally doing that.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the quote that says a customer team should never be able to win the Constructors' World Championship. Of course, Helmut Marko, he did say that, and when Lambiase said to Verstappen on radio, Antonelli just let him through, he was shocked because that's supposed to be his friend, and Antonelli owes him at least 8 points for what he did to him in Spielberg, and when he should have got P6 at least in that race. So I think no one's your friend in Formula One, and this makes me question who's going to aid him. Nico Hulkenberg and Gabriel Bortoleto, I think they're going to aid him. Oliver Behrman called him the greatest of all time, so I think he's going to come to his aid. George Russell and Andrea Antonelli, now, I don't think so. George Russell maybe. Lewis Carl Davidson, Hamilton. There's a respect and admiration down there, so I think he'd help him. And Isaac Hadjar, Liam Lawson, Yuki Tsunoda, the three Red Bull family drivers, they must help him.
I don't want to interrupt, but can I say something about that real quick? On your point.
Yeah.
You say there are no friends in Formula One, and then you talk about drivers that respect Max and drivers that don't respect Max. If you ask me personally, I don't think anyone really cares about the title race as in the guys that could be up there. Your George Russells, your Kimi Antonellis, your Charles Leclerc, maybe Lewis Hamilton. They all have their own objectives and intentions there. I do not think they're going to act in the interest of this title race at all. If Russell can win the race, he will win the race. If Leclerc can be on the podium, he will be on the podium at the expense of whoever is behind him. The same with Lewis Hamilton. The same with Kimi Antonelli. They have their own intra battle for the 6th place in the championship. So I don't think it's about allies and adversaries. But I do think the only case that would be made is that your engine manufacturer that is not Mercedes. So I don't think the Abu Dhabi race is going to be about who helps who. It is just going to be, for me, whether Red Bull have the car that can support Max. And apart from that, how competitive can Mercedes be? And also how competitive can Ferrari be?
Yeah,
Ferrari aren't competitive.
Verstappen's won the last 5 races at Abu Dhabi, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. So he knows the track very well, and he's a weapon around the track. And
he's been there, he's done it. He knows.
And he knows on the last lap at Abu Dhabi in Yas Marina, you can win the World Championship. So on the last lap, you can win the World Championship. If there's 1 lap to go, safety car, and the FIA race director says you can have 1 lap of racing, he knows, he's been there, he's done that, he's won the World Championship in the last lap. So he, out of anyone, knows it can go down to the wire in Abu Dhabi.
100%.
Can I add on to that thing? I don't think. The Kimi at the end there, I don't think he had any intention of letting Max through. Letting Lando through, because obviously in their own battle against Red Bull, him losing those points could cost their standing at second, because Red Bull is about 25 points behind them. So there's still a chance that Red Bull can catch Mercedes. So I don't think Mercedes have their own missions. But there's only 3 drivers that are going to help Max: the 2 Racing Bulls and Yuki. And then in terms of Lando and Oscar, they're on their own. So if anything, it whatever happens. But I think I think Max wins the race. I don't know if Lando finishes P4, and that will be the difference between Max winning the championship and not. So we'll see. We'll see what happens in Abu Dhabi. I'm hoping that the Mercedes are still up there. I'm hoping that we have an outlier like Sainz up there, to cause some confusion. But it's gonna be a difficult one. It is gonna be a difficult one because it is a race that both Max and Lando have won recently. But we'll see. We'll see. But I'm on Team Max, so
All aboard the Max train.
Yeah, all aboard the Dutch train. Putting Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri in that Dutch pot, smoking on them. You know what I'm saying? Damn style, Damn's finest. And after that, I'll be a Max Verstappen hater again. But for one night only, one night stand, no ECW. I'm going to be a Max fan.
You're a lucky man, King. One night stand with Max Verstappen.
Mate, for Formula One,
I do not want Lando Norris as world champion. I do not want it. I don't want to see it. I'm done with him.
Big up, Andy. For Formula One, I can support anyone affiliated with PSV Eindhoven. And just for clarification, that quote where the person said that a customer team should never win the Constructors' World Championship, I said it's Ron Dennis. But at the end there, part of me thought that Carlos Sainz was going to let Lando Norris through, but there was too much riding on it. Williams' second podium of the season, Carlos Sainz's second podium of the season, so he didn't let him through in the end.
Ferris.
Yeah, can I just... Oh, sorry, go on.
No. Go on.
No, I was going to say, King, I agree with you. I think the two things that I find almost a certainty is a Max win, because in this pressure environment, among the three drivers, and also with the machinery Red Bull has, that is towards the end of the season, I'm very certain he's going to win the race. I also think Oscar Piastri will finish second as well. Abu Dhabi, the Yas Marina circuit, is a high-speed track. The bigger question is, where is Lando Norris going to finish? And there is a very tragic scenario, King, that I keep replaying in my head right now. It's Max wins, Oscar in second, George in third, because Mercedes are competitive, and on pure pace, I can see him fending off Lando Norris. Lando fourth. So wait, everyone's like, does Max Verstappen win the championship? No, because on the final lap, Oscar Piastri is told to move aside. George Russell comes into second place. Lando Norris comes into third place. Oscar Piastri off the podium. Lando wins because of team orders. That's what I believe will happen in Abu Dhabi. He's going to win because Oscar's going to have to move out the way, and Lando will win.
You know what? I hope Oscar says hell no. Australia. Australia. And then says, no, I'm getting second, mate. Go die.
Yeah, no, and you know what? He can even package it, because life is about perception. He can package it as, hey, I'm also in this championship mathematically. And what if Max crashes out on the final lap? What if Lando crashes out? Why am I jeopardizing my chance?
Yeah, exactly.
But he won't.
I don't think that will happen. I think that only happens if Oscar's third and Lando's fourth. Maybe they say multi 21 papaya rules, and he's gonna be like, didgeridoo. There wasn't papaya rules when Lando Norris took me out, mate. And then he's just gonna say, and then Webber's gonna get on the phone. He's gonna be like, hey, don't do it, mate.
When Lando Norris took me out.
It took me out of the race. Remember? There was no papaya rules then. Didgeridoo.
No, I hope your didgeridoo happens, King. But I do think even if Oscar was second, they would move him out the way, because you can easily do the second for fourth swap.
Bro, they're gonna give the race leader the benefit of the doubt, and that's what they did with Mercedes last time out as well. I think when Lewis Hamilton was on top, they obviously let Mercedes driver go through. And obviously with Max Verstappen on the last day, they're gonna say to Sergio Perez, "All right, you let Max go through." It's gonna be it's gonna be the lead driver or the number one driver that's on top of the standings will be the one that's gonna we'll be given the benefit of the doubt, and we'll be given the leeway to go for the championship, because
100%.
Because they're not gonna give Oscar Piastri the leeway unless obviously there's a DNF for Lando Norris. Then they're gonna be like, all right, obviously Oscar, you take control now. We're gonna help you win this championship full on. But it's funny how obviously two drivers from the same car competing for a championship. When was the last time that happened?
2016 Mercedes.
What was it?
Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton.
Nico Rosberg. I mean, been what, 9 years since that? So listen, I mean, let's just hope it's a good race. Let's just hope there's no, well, for the sake of it all, let's hope there's drama. Let's hope there's, it's gonna be agony. It's gonna be a lot going against us possibly, because you just don't know what could happen next week. You just don't know what could happen. But
I know what's gonna happen, man. I'm praying on Lando's downfall. That's what I'm doing. So pray with me. Pray. Lando crashes. Amen.
So the last time there was 4 drivers in contention of the World Championship was 2012 on the final race, and in 2010 it was 3 drivers in contention for the World Championship on the final race. So it's been 15 years literally since we had a three-way battle on the final race in Abu Dhabi as well. Don't forget.
Hey King, I don't think that's unreasonable, man. I think Lando crashing out there is a possibility of that, just because with the pressure. And King, I heard you when Ekman and I shut our camera, and you were like, we've been talking about how clutch Lando Norris is. I do believe Lando on his pump is clutch. Look at the Mexico to Brazil stint, Ekman. That was ability and mentality wise, that was title winning. But no, actually, King, you ain't doing fishing, because I agree with you. No. I agree with you. The version of Leyland Kinder Norris, whatever his goddamn government name is, whatever it is, this version is vintage Lando Norris. The one that just doesn't seem as composed or commanding under pressure during the track. So I think there's a chance he crashes out, because there is no other pressure as all the youngsters stay on the grid than having a Max Verstappen chase you. There's no other pressure than that. And then you add the fact that you're winning a world championship. Yeah, man. Tough pickings. But if he does it, fair play, man. Fair play. And he would be deserving of it.
Yeah. No, look, I hope I didn't really miss much, because I did have to go take some medicine real quick. But I mean, look, all we can hope for now is just there's no penalties as well. Because next week penalties will be very, very costly, like especially to Lando, because if he gets a 5-second penalty, he could be behind Max Verstappen because we all know Max will start in the front row, possibly. I don't want to jinx it, but there's a good chance he starts in the front row next week. Him, Lando, Oscar, they're probably going to start in the front row. These drivers are probably going to get the leeway to the front row, and I don't see in no particular order. It's going to probably be them 3 to start the race, and the way Max Verstappen started the race as well yesterday, I think he went above Norris from the start. It was a really good overtake from Max Verstappen as well. You have to give credit to him on that one, but Oscar, man. He had that pace. He had the pace to win the race, bro. He had the pace, but the problem was, I think the pit stops costed him. I'll be real. I think the pit stops costed him. I think it wasn't for the pit stops, right? If it wasn't for the pit stop decisions by the McLaren engineers or the McLaren garage, if they hadn't called the pit stops the way they did, I think we could have had a McLaren 1 and 2. But in saying that, I'm glad Max was won, because it makes next week a lot more interesting. But Kimi Antonelli, man, I swear, why? Why? What was the reason you had to, give 2 extra points to Lando Norris? It's 2 very crucial points to Lando Norris, and Max Verstappen. And also, Max Verstappen gave you the benefit of the doubt after you costed him 8 points.
That's what I said.
Yep. Go on.
Yeah, so basically the scenario now is that Antonelli's gifted Norris 2 championship points. There was no puncture, there was no engine failure, there was no engine problem. He let him through, and he might say, "Oh, I went wide." No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. So basically, now the scenario is Max Verstappen needs to win in Abu Dhabi, and the original scenario before he gave the 2 points away, he would have not even if Norris got third place and Verstappen wins the race. Verstappen wins. Verstappen's on the same amount of points as Norris, but he wins merely on the fact that he's got more race victories, 8 compared to 7. Now the scenario is Norris has to finish 4th or lower, and Verstappen has to still take the race victory. So Norris has to finish 4th or lower next week. As compared to there was extra leeway where he could have finished 3rd and Verstappen still the champion.
I was waiting for the FIA to pull out some 50-year-old rule to sabotage McLaren. Unfortunately, it didn't happen. As in, what rule could it have been?
When Antonelli passed. Team
Sorry?
orders. Maybe there's a team orders rule somewhere that he's Tifosi 05 was hoping for.
No. Basically, I think what Tivosi's point is the FIA is all about entertainment rather than enforcing the regulations. So that's his point. Like they would find some jammy loophole to penalize McLaren, so the Abu Dhabi race is the most exciting it can be. I think that's your point, right?
We'd love it if Oscar goes off script in Abu Dhabi and refuses to give it the place to help Lando win the World Drivers' Championship.
I mean, he'll need to, because he will more than likely
Would he
be
really? Would he? Because his manager's been in the same situation. He's lost the World Championship in that instance. And Mark Webber needs to be drilling into him. You don't give up the place. In the final race, you don't give up the place.
You give up the place. Neither of the drivers should be aiming to give you up the place. It's literally them two compete for a championship with Max Verstappen, the juggernaut himself. There's no
exactly. So if there's a team order involved, don't give up. Don't give up.
The juggernaut himself.
Yeah, he's a juggernaut. Am I lying?
He's not that man. He's not all that, man.
Who, Joe Joyce?
4 championships in a row in this day and age. Where you got Lewis Hamilton, one of the greatest.
Don't forget that's his 70th race victory today, 70th Grand Prix victory. He's now 21 behind Michael Schumacher and 35 behind Lewis Hamilton.
He won 19 races in a single season. He has the highest win rate in a season. He has the highest podium rate in a season. This man is the juggernaut. Ekevin's correct.
Well, if there were more races back in the day, Michael Schumacher would have ran it up.
He's won.
How has he got 91? How has he got 91 when there was maximum of 14 races a season?
No, but King, there's a flaw in what you said. I didn't say frequency. I said percentage. I said highest podium percentage, highest race win percentage.
Yeah, it would be high. It would be higher. It would be way higher if Max had. If Schumacher had the same amount of races in the season and or the same amount of points, because obviously the point system's changed, the race amount has changed. Yeah, Schumacher would have run it up. He would be on triple figures.
I don't think so, King, because smaller sample size means it's easier to keep a high percentage. Max has a larger sample size, and his percentage is still higher.
Different regulations, different eras, different type of.
Oh yeah, there was a stat that came out last week. Max Verstappen now has a higher win percentage than Michael Schumacher. Out of all the Grand Prix he's competed in, he's got a higher win percentage than Michael Schumacher and Lewis Hamilton. So it's first is Max Verstappen, second is Michael Schumacher, third is Lewis Hamilton on that list of races to wins percentage ratio.
Doesn't Verstappen have more races in the season than Schumacher does?
Yeah,
I mean, if Michael Schumacher's rivals were Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, come on, man.
Oh, bro.
But unluckily, there were Nigel Mansell.
King, I think they'd be in a hospital.
Leave my goat alone, man. Leave my goat alone, man. You know what I mean?
Michael Schumacher would be running through this division right now. It'll be night work. It'll be barbecue chicken.
Max Verstappen proves he's better than Michael Schumacher at the end of the season.
Whether he'd turn Lando Norris into Luke Shaw, he'd be in the hospital or at McDonald's. That's what Michael Schumacher would do.
He's not better than Michael Schumacher. I'm not having this. He's not.
Ask Eddie Jordan.
What?
Ask Eddie Jordan.
I don't care about no old white man.
But Schumacher is also a white man, though.
And he's old as well. He's 55.
He's the almonds. To be fair, is Michael Schumacher still in a coma?
No, he's out of his coma. Actually,
no, basically, the first thing he did apparently was sign some caps. Basically, there was a cap with signatures of every living Formula 1 world champion. I think there's 22. So he apparently the first thing he came out When he came out of coma, he had to sign a cap. Basically, that's the first thing he did when he came out of coma.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Well, yeah, but Michael Schumacher's the second best driver of all time for me.
Michael Massey for race director next week.
Bring him.
You know
Actually,
what?
he's
One
Australian. He might favour Piastri. Who knows?
Nah. He's on the Max brigade. The enemy is my friend. Michael Massey, come back, bruv. We want you back.
Oscar Piastri, first Australian to win a championship anyway. So I think Michael Massey.
No, Alan Jones and Jack Brabham before him. So he'd be the third.
Care too much about Oscar Piastri. He's on the he'll probably be on the Max train. I mean, but anyways, as you were mentioning about what was it, Verstappen? I think he definitely has it in him to win next week. But also
100%.
Also back to the point where you say giving up places. No driver will give up any place next week. It's them two and Max Verstappen competing for a championship. There's no giving up places. There's no favoritism next week. It's either one or the other. Oh, sorry, excuse me, not on the other. Excuse me. It's both of them and Max Verstappen. So.
Oh, can I ask a question? You see that stat about the win percentage? Does that include Michael Schumacher's time at Mercedes when he came back after 4 years?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a fake stat. Come on, man.
No, but it includes Lewis Hamilton's time at Ferrari as well.
I came back from retirement like Michael Jordan, bro.
And Max Verstappen's time at Toro Rosso. Remember, he wasn't.
Came back on a championship.
Come on, man. 3 seasons in Mercedes when it was trash. Yeah,
bro,
come on, man.
Bro, King, Michael Jordan came back and won a championship, bro.
No, he didn't. Not when he went to the Wizards.
Oh no! I'm saying when it was in Chicago, he came back and won.
Yeah, Chicago was elite. But not when he was at the Wizards.
You elevated him to Harry Potter status there, bro.
Yeah,
he ain't a wizard like that, man. He's still a muggle, bro.
Yeah, MJ when he was like old.
Michael Schumacher is gonna.
If you take those 3 years out, the win percentage is way up, sir. Come on, man.
Bro, Michael Schumacher's wiping the floor with these modern day drivers, man. I'm not having this, man. Like
with Lando Norris, yes. Oscar Jack Piastri, yes.
Yes.
He's taken Max Verstappen out first race just to send a message.
You would never see his car on the grid.
Not Fernando Alonso Diaz. Fernando Alonso Diaz beat him fair and square to 2 world championships.
Bro, he would be 20 seconds ahead of. He would be 20
big
seconds
up
ahead
Fernando,
race.
legend.
He would be 20 seconds ahead every single race. He's that quick. You won't ever see him.
That'll be interesting, actually, if
the camera broadcaster will see him.
Yeah, but you won't, because you'll be watching the top 3, while I'm watching top 1. Michael Schumacher, my goat. Anyways, let's move on.
Not John Cena, as far as I'm aware.
That's a John Cena.
You're right there. By the way, Boston native. But anyways, back to the Grand Prix.
Big up the Celtics in Thailand.
Not just that, he's a Boston native, and that's great that he won his championship back in Boston. He won his slam. He won a slam back in Boston as well. So that's great that he went out on a high and won a slam there.
I hate to break it. He lost his title last night.
But I'm saying he's on his farewell tour now, isn't he, Johnson?
Yeah.
Final ever pay-per-view appearance, wrapped up and done.
Yeah.
December 13th last match.
Back to the race. What have you guys made of the racists in general? Forget the top 3 now. Oscar
Racist.
And what?
I heard racist.
You said big up the racists in general.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't know.
That's what it sounded like.
Back to the race. Back to the race.
Oh, the races. Oh, okay.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said talk about the race in general. I never said big up. What? I'm sorry.
Dead.
I think you gotta get your ears clean, bro. Honestly, swear down. You remember to get your ears. I guess he has gone, bro.
You know, other races.
No, you guys are. I did not say that. I don't know what you guys said.
Let's move on. In terms of the other races, big up to Science.
I said back to the race. in general.
No, we should add 2 more Ks to Ekman's name.
What do you mean?
Oh, anyway, no. But on a real though, big up to Sainz, man. Powerful performance from him to keep Lando Norris at bay to get his podium. Unfortunate for Hadja the Badger at the end there. Unfortunate for him.
Nico Hulkenberg as well.
Yeah. Well, what happened to Hulkenberg? Did Hulkenberg got taken out? Didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the altercation with Berman, was it?
Yeah, he got taken out by Behrman, so that was a different situation.
That changed a bit of the race outcome as well. Don't forget, because it was safety car at the start as well. Don't forget, and
Yeah, that's when the whole grid pitted is set for Norris and Piastri.
Yeah.
What happened to Stroll? Because this says he retired. I can't remember what happened to Stroll.
I think he had a penalty, right? I think he had a penalty at the start.
Yeah, but he got retired. When did he retire?
Yeah, Ekman, I think you're right. He had a penalty for speeding in the pit lane.
So did Ollie Behrman actually. Ollie Behrman also had a penalty. He had like a 10-second pit stop.
Ollie Behrman had a penalty for an unsafe pit release, which was really sad because he was running in the points.
Because it was the team that released him, right?
And the tragedy is he was running in the points, so he would have had his 4th consecutive points finish, but because the team costed him, that streak is done.
The streak.
No, because he got taken out. He got taken out by. Oh no, he took out Hulkenberg in the race. Is that what happened in Qatar?
No, Hulkenberg got taken out in turn.
No, it was a collision between Hulkenberg and Gasly.
Both of them Gasly. Okay, Okay.
Gasly.
So it says Behrman retired and Lance Stroll retired. When did they retire?
So Behrman retired after the unsafe pit release because he lost 1,000 seconds in the pit lane. He was out of the race basically, so they just stopped it. And then Lance Stroll, I don't know why, must have also ceded a lot of time. But I know Pierre Gasly and Hulkenberg, they had a racing incident. No one was penalized for the preposterous that crash was.
So what did Lance Stroll do? Because I know why Hadjar had an accident at the end. That's why he retired.
Hadjar got a puncture at the end.
I think Lance Stroll was speeding in the pit lane, but I don't know why he retired.
Oh, okay, well, all right then. But yeah, no, big up to Sainz for the P3. And that's it really. Obviously unlucky for Hadjar the Badger. He was in the points before he got his puncture. What else? Ferrari sucked.
As per usual.
Yuki got one of his last points in Formula One because he's going to be gone next year.
Ferrari rant streaming coming soon, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah, but so Yuki, congratulations on getting your final points in Formula One. You're probably not going to get points next week. And what else? Rookie of the year, Fernando Alonso with 6 points. That's good. And Mercedes are going to finish second, I think, in the constructors with the points they've got over the last 2 races. So yeah, good for them too. Anything else?
Lewis Hamilton. Can I give Lewis Hamilton a bit of praise? Qatar's not a racy track. He made up 5 places, I think, in the opening lap. And he finished 14th. And if it wasn't for the Ferrari's double stack, that was very slow, he could have finished in the points. So kudos to Hamilton for a mini recovery.
No, ban him, bro. How is he? No, because both from the sprint and the regular qualifying, he can't get past Q1.
I think it's abysmal, indefensible. But the race, he showed a bit of pace, and he could have finished in the points if it wasn't for a blunder in the pits.
Yeah, he wasn't Sir Lewis Hamilton. He was just Lewis Hamilton, man. And isn't even Lewis? It's just Lewis. It doesn't even deserve the Hamilton name. Disrespected.
That Ferrari rant is going to be box office and cinema.
Oh yeah. Big up Charlie O for 4 points. Also, I just like to state again. I said in the sprint he was going to finish outside the top 10. He did that, and he would have finished out the top 10 again today if it wasn't for the crashes. Yeah. So Charles is a bum, and man, I'm always right. Just know that. And also George, the bum, finished behind Kimi. So lead driver my ass. Anyway. I'm always right in the end.
For me, Carlos Sainz deserves a lot of credit.
the lead driver that's got the most podiums, the most race wins in Ferrari's most recent time. But all right, no problem.
Hey, Ekevin, who's Ferrari's most recent race winner?
Charles Leclerc.
No,
Well-
Carlos Sainz.
Well, no, sorry.
Mexico
if you-
City.
Yeah, exactly.
No, if you,
Yeah, I did the job for you, King.
No. If you include
And the most recent sprint race winner for Ferrari
if you
is.
include sprint races, Lewis Hamilton.
There you go.
That doesn't count.
So yeah, man.
Well,
Actually,
No,
no, the most
Wait,
recent.
stop.
Actually, guys,
It's
I
still-
don't want to interrupt. But we're both wrong. It's not Lewis Hamilton. It's not Carlos Sainz. The most recent Formula One driver who's won a race for Ferrari is Max Verstappen.
Yeah, in the Nürburgring ADAC
What?
series, whatever.
What happened again?
And the most recent Ferrari F1 driver who used to race for Ferrari, who was in the academy, he won the World Endurance Championship. His name is Antonio Giovinazzi. So
Yeah, big up Giovinazzi, man. He should have never left the sport, man. Real
Like I said,
Italian.
I don't get what you mean by that.
No, Max
Yeah,
Verstappen won a race for Ferrari earlier this summer. Not a Formula One race, but a Formula
it
One
was
driver.
GT3
won a
car.
race.
Yeah.
Yeah, GT3.
Oh,
Remember, Ekevin, we talked about this on stream.
Ferrari
Yeah.
296 GT3 ML Ferrari racing.
Yeah, he raced in the Ferrari
Yeah.
in another
His
motorsport.
team-
Wait,
Gary
wait. You
Villeneuve.
raced in a Ferrari.
You did,
Yeah.
yes.
Ferrari sponsored, I think.
Oh,
You know
okay,
the
I
guy
what
from the
you-
Gran Turismo movie? The guy from the Gran Turismo movie, Jan Mardenborough, he raced in that race. He finished third.
Some would say he likes that Ferrari, huh? He likes that red, huh? It's
Mm.
about
There was
some
blue
more-
actually. The
yeah,
Ferrari's blue
mm,
actually, if you search it up.
mm,
I know,
mm.
King. You wanna see-
Hey, Charles. Hey, Charlito. Time's running up.
I would okay. I would.
One villain.
I would.
Ah,
Hey,
Sir Lewis. Time's gone. Retirement
yeah,
soon.
yeah, bring me Verstappen to
Give me
Ferrari.
Bearman and Max. Give me Bearman and Max. Let's go.
No,
Real drivers, real juggernaurs.
Not
Christian Horner.
Behrman. Give me,
Real drivers. Yeah, let's go.
give me what's it called? Now give me Isaac Hadjar, man. No, I'm joking.
Now, Hadjar's going to be in that Red Bull and then retire it the year after.
What?
Big up to Alex Albon, by the way.
I love
My-
King's
Bro, he's
prediction.
24.
Yeah, but we know the curse of the Red Bull second driver. You either find a new team or you retire. Come on.
Nah,
know
man.
the
Let
curse.
King
not gonna-
cook.
it's not gonna-
He's Walter White right now. Let him cook.
You know the curse. Yuki was a great driver.
Nah, yeah,
Then he went
Albon.
on Red Bull.
Bring me Alex
Shout
Albon,
out
man.
to
Retirement
Yeah,
season.
Gasly,
That's the
man.
My
retirement
Thai
seat, bro.
driver, bro. You know what I mean? Bring up Alex Albon. Bring him to Ferrari, man. My Thai driver, man. No, I'm kidding. Not gonna happen. But anyways,
No, but yeah, let's continue. But yeah, big up Carlos Sainz. On the real though, big up Carlos
Top three.
Sainz because P3 in the type of drivers he's around and being both the Mercedes and also Lando Norris is a brilliant driver in a Williams.
Yeah, big
The
up Carlos Sainz, P3. He's the guy you want orchestrating the DRS trains. He's the
battle
guy
with-
you want
but the end as well.
conducting. You want he's the guy you want at the helm of that Williams team where he's running the podium place, and you know he's going to keep that podium place. He's not going to let anyone pass. Of course, he did give Anthony behind him DRS, which gave Norris DRS, so it created DRS train. What did Anthony do with the DRS? Gave the position to Norris. So that wasn't of any use. But Carlos Sainz, big up him, and obviously, and big up Fernando Alonso Diaz as well. P7, 6.6 valuable points. Finished above Leclerc, who wouldn't have gained. He wouldn't have gotten to the points in a normal circumstances.
Mm. But anyways, anyone add any more before we move on to the next?
Yeah, I will say one more thing. George Russell, Kimi Antonelli, and Charles Leclerc will win Max Verstappen this championship.
So you said no one's going to help him, but you're saying someone's going to help him.
No. They're not going to help him. They're going to keep Lando behind for their own reasons, not for Max Verstappen.
Nah, don't let
Mercedes in the constructors fight, or Ferrari
They'll-
as well in the constructors
they'll-
fight. Lewis Hamilton, if you're going to turn up for one race in the Scuderia Ferrari SF25, 2025 Abu Dhabi
Bro,
Grand Prix at Yasmin Circuit. Turn up, mate.
Broski, the weather's nice. Just enjoy it. It's okay. Nothing
Yeah,
else.
Hamilton is just
Yeah, the weather's nice.
yeah, bro.
Yeah, bro. No need.
Pull
No need.
a Rashford and Jesse Lingard with Neymar, man. Just enjoy it.
Yeah, just turn
Sunny
up,
in it.
just turn up in your shades. Just finish outside Q1. You know what I mean? Just chill.
Is this what Ferrari fans want now from a 7-time world champion? Just him relaxing on the beach rather than being on the racetrack.
Bro, it's sarcasm. It's
No,
sarcasm.
no, I do. I want him. I want him in his Vettel era. You know, when he's just, giving people advice. Cheering on the lads. The Vettel era.
Yeah, man. It's vibes,
If
man.
he wins,
no more
if he wins another world title, it happens. If it happens, if it doesn't, he's got 7 and then things anyway. So he should have had 8 already.
Nah, man. King, he's an 8-time world champ. I consider him an 8-time. I give him that Abu Dhabi one. I do.
No, 7. He's got 7 officially. We do officials. We do officials over here. Because in 50 years' time, no one's gonna care about the story.
No, I think some stories transcend the winner, and that one's gonna transcend.
No, if Andy never messaged Michael Massey, I was gonna. Who's he? Who's that guy? I've never heard of him. A bomb.
Dawson, give me that double points like 2014. Is it false?
And basically in 2014, the FIA decided to spice up the constructors' standings by giving out double points. So it was 50 for race victory. Then for second place, it was 36. Then so on for third place, it was 30. So basically, Williams got a double podium in 2014 in Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, 2014 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So they scored 66 points in a single Grand Prix. Bottas finished third and Massa finished second. So that's what he's talking about.
But guys, this week we're gonna plan to do a build up to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. So if you guys want to tune in, make sure you guys hit the like button. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Let's get to at least 515, guys. 2 steps to 515 or something. And subscribe to Run Beer Talks Racing. I'll put the link in the description of the video, as well as King's channels. Both of his channels will be in the video as well. But guys, it's been a good talk, even though it's been a short.
I've got one thing to say.
Please do.
Remember when Andy Tate said second half of the season winning a title charge? Max Verstappen embodying that. Since the summer break, he's only failed to finish out so the podium places in.
Oh, bro.
No races, actually.
Bring up the
He's got
points
all the...
that you sent me earlier as well, just to close out. But finish your point first.
He's finished on the podium in every single race since the summer break. So this is a gargantuan comeback.
Yep.
So they're on Autosport's Instagram account. That shows the points tied up. So after Zandvoort, it was 104, gap to Piastri. After Monza, it was 94, gap to Piastri. After Baku, it was 69 points, gap to Piastri. After Singapore, it was 63, gap to Piastri. After 40 points, he gained 23 points in a single weekend because he won the sprint race where Piastri and Norris collided, and he also won the main race, so he gained 23 points in that weekend. In Mexico City, Norris became the championship leader, so he's 36 points behind Norris. In Brazil, Norris gained 13 points on him, which went back to 49. And then after Las Vegas's race, it was 24 because of the double DNF. And now after Losail's Grand Prix, it is now 12 points. So he's made up 92 points. 92 points since the summer break. Unprecedented. Never seen in Formula 1 before. The biggest point swing in Formula 1 history where someone's recovered to win the World Championship was 46 points after the 2022 Melbourne Grand Prix. It was Charles Leclerc who was the championship leader. And it was Max Verstappen who was hunting.
No one's gonna ever do this again. I don't ever see anybody doing this, doing 104 point comeback ever again. If this is the case, win a championship. If Verstappen ends up winning the championship, bro, nobody's ever gonna replicate that ever again.
You got this guy in the form of his life. People say he can only win with the fastest car, but in the fourth fastest car, he's still only been 2/10, 3/10 off pole position in qualifying. So it just goes to show this guy, he's born with an innate talent where he knows how to wring the neck of a car, and he can bring 100% of the capabilities of any car on a given weekend. And he's in the form of his life now, form of his career. 28 in his 11th season of F1 after joining the grid 10 years ago as a 17-year-old. So this is unprecedented stuff, and just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Even if the championship doesn't go your way, I'm going to try to enjoy it. PSV affiliates, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try and enjoy the championship. So whatever way it goes, I'm going to try and enjoy it. I'm going to try not to think about what Antonelli did today or Antonelli handing 2 extra points. I'm going to try not to think about it. I can believe.
Would it have been a 10-point gap?
Yeah.
That's mad. Actually.
Yeah, so what I was explaining earlier was Max Verstappen wins a race in Abu Dhabi with the scenario beforehand where Antonelli guards 4th position, so Norris finishes 5th. It's a 10-point gap, which means if Verstappen wins the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Norris has to finish 3rd or below. So even if he gets on the 3rd step of the podium and Verstappen finishes 1st, they're level on points, but Verstappen wins because he's got 8 Grand Prix victory as opposed to 7. Now the instance is with the 2 extra points handed to Norris. Norris has to finish 4th or below, and Verstappen has to win the Grand Prix for Max Verstappen to be the 2025 FIA Formula 1 World Drivers' Champion for the 5th time.
I don't know, answer that real quick before we go. Before we close up.
Yeah, I think what Renvir said about Max's mentality is spot on. He is not thinking about yesterday at all. He's only thinking about tomorrow. And he's so relaxed. He's in a way stoic on steroids. If he doesn't win, it's a shame, but it was never his championship to win in the first place. And if he wins, it is great. It is. If you're Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri, try not to think about Max. Try to only look forward. But man, his mentality at the moment is making him almost insurmountable.
Yeah, and I think we're shifting back to the Norris of old, Norris where he bottled starts, the Norris where he doesn't know how to position his car on track properly, and it's negative because of that, his performances. And the switch flicked in Las Vegas last week with the race start. It was so aggressive, and he just couldn't keep the car on the road and thus went off track. And then he had to contend with Russell, who he took 33 laps to pass. So. And McLaren's strategy didn't help today either. After the safety car, Red Bull went in, pitted on lap 8, then they pitted on lap 33. So they made their 2 stops in perfect time. Hannah Schmidt deserves a lot of credit because she orchestrated that brilliantly. Even though the stints maximised what you allowed for the tyres, 25 laps each. Perfect strategy. And to rub salt in the wounds, she was the one who Red Bull sent on the podium to spray champagne on the McLaren drivers. Another piece of the puzzle they have to contend with.
King, you wanna say anything before we go?
Yeah. Anybody but Norris. And if a McLaren driver does win the World Championship, when the review happens, I'll be wearing a Popeye orange. I'll wear a kit. And if it doesn't happen,
get the Lando Norris 4-1.
And if it doesn't happen, I'm right. Lando Norris is a bomb. So Lando, you got to decide whether you're a bomb or not.
The bomb that gave McLaren 2 constructors championships in a row.
Oh, whoop-de-doo, like the constructors. Okay, that's not a driver's. Get yourself a driver's.
He's going to face immense pressure because we say what he did with the constructor championship. That was for the people in the factory. This is for him. This is for him. This is for him and his perception of people who view him as a Formula 1 driver.
He delivered for them.
But we need him to deliver the individual title, as he said. 2025 is going to be my year as well. We'll see.
Akivin's right. He has it in him. It's just can he access it? That's it. He has it in him. Peak Lando Norris can put this on pole and win this race by 20 seconds. He can do it if he has the car. Just will he do it? I don't think so. I think Renvir is right. This is vintage Lando Norris. This is the Lando Norris that is the bottle job, not the Lando Norris that is the Mexico-Brazil one.
All right, Red Bull mechanics, I'll forgive you for this
You're right,
weekend. That was a great strategy. What you couldn't do with the car performance, you did with strategy. So, Laurel Mekis and all them, man, give him the car this week and give him the car for the 2025 Abu Dhabi Etihad Airways Grand Prix. Give him it.
Can I quickly bring up last year if Lando Norris didn't win the race, that would have meant McLaren would have bottled the constructors, and he delivered that on the last day.
And your
race.
team would have won as well. Your team
Yeah,
would have
exactly.
won.
My team would have won, and I'd have been happy. Trust me, and King would have been happy as well. But this is Lando Norris in a race for a drivers' championship, which he's never done before. He's got himself in the conversation. He's in it on the last day of the season, right? He came back from, what was it, a 40-point deficit. I would say it's a bottle job. I don't think it's a bottle job. I just think
With the car he's had for the dominant car for the
Piastri,
90% of the season.
If anything, Piastri bottled it because Piastri was up by big numbers. If anything, Piastri bottled it because Piastri was up on Max Verstappen by 104 points as well. Don't forget.
Yeah, Ekevin, you're 100% correct. Lando Norris did not bottle this.
And now he's behind Verstappen. Now he's behind Verstappen.
He's made 106 points, so now he's usurped Piastri's 104-point gap.
But Ekevin, you're right. It's Oscar Piastri who bottled this championship because he was in the lead for the majority of the time. Yeah, it's exactly. Like Arsenal that season. They were in the lead for 93% of the year, and then City pipped them.
Yeah.
He supports Arsenal, it's a given.
Yeah, exactly. So Oscar Piastri's the bottle job, but when I call Lando Norris a bottle job, the way King does, I mean, in these last two races, Abu Dhabi and Qatar, it is a bottle job, though. That's what I mean. The Lando Norris of old, when he's fighting for himself, like last season against Max Verstappen for the title race that they probably never had, Lando Norris had the car. He had the car for more of the season than Max Verstappen did, but he bottled it once he was in that advantage position. And that's the same thing happening again.
Gustia, one thing, just real quick before. And I just want to go back to the point I made on the last day of the season. Like I said, if Norris wouldn't have won that race, McLaren would have bottled their their Constructors' Championship. So when Lando Norris needs to deliver, he's delivered. He delivered for them, and there's a reason why McLaren are doing exceptionally well at the moment as a team, but not just as a team, but as two individual drivers who are doing brilliantly. So you want to get
Ekevin, you said Lando Norris delivered. I agree. I think he will be delivered in Abu Dhabi. He'll be delivered on scene because that World Championship is going to Max Verstappen with how he's driving. That's what's happening.
You seriously think so? You seriously think so?
I don't think I don't think Lando Norris bottled it though. Lando Norris bottled it, but
yeah, no. Ranveer, I believe so. Yes, I do think Lando Norris will have a stinker of a qualifying or have a stinker of a race start. I do believe so. I told you the scenario that I think will probably happen is team positions, team order. Lando Norris wins off a technicality. That's what I think will happen, but it's 50-50 between that or Max winning.
I don't see Piastri listening. On the final day of the season where he's worked so hard, I don't think he will listen. And Ekevin, he said was it last week's Las Vegas Grand Prix review show where he said that? No, it was a preview show. He said that Oscar Piastri won't be a McLaren driver in 2026.
I said one of the two. Sorry. No, I said it won't be
Piastri.
I said there won't be teammates going into next season. There's a lot going on behind the scenes, and there's a lot of favoritism going around. As much as I've, said Lando Norris has been thrown under the bus at times, and Oscar Piastri been thrown under the bus as well. I think both drivers have been going through this favoritism thing, because obviously two drivers championship in the same team, so of course you're gonna have to go through it as well. But then again, I don't know, man. It's just like the chemistry is not going to be there. I don't see the two of them competing together. I think you're better off competing in different cars. I think that's a better way.
But what team's going to take Piastri at such short notice where he's damaged goods, where he's just lost the world championship?
Yeah. Also, it's not just that. I do want to say, Ekevin and Revere, this ties into your point about Abu Dhabi and team orders. Oscar Piastri's grievances are not with Lando Norris; they're with McLaren. Him and Lando are friends. Him and Lando have been friends for the majority of the decade. I think Oscar Piastri was Lando Norris's +1 to an FIA event many years ago. Oscar and Lando were tweeting back and forth to each other before Oscar Piastri was even a Formula One driver.
Top tier
Before,
scouting.
yeah, exactly. So they're friends, and their relationship has only gotten stronger. So I do believe if team orders were called upon him, and it was infeasible for him to win the race, the last 2 laps, Max is in front. Lando is P4. Oscar needs to move out the way to give Lando the win. Oscar will 100% comply because it's Lando Norris, because he doesn't want to fracture his relationship with the team as well. Because also he knows his stock. And let's be honest here, he choked. He choked hard this season. And as you said, Renvier, his stock has fallen compared to the likes of Lando, George, Charles, Max. And the odds of a top team taking him is already slim. The odds of a top team having a vacancy is even slimmer. So Oscar Piastri, I think he would do the team orders if called upon, but he shouldn't because he has the justification of it's a full race and anything can happen in the final lap.
Yeah, and as he said in Monza when he had to give the place up to Norris, he said, "We agreed that that slow pit stop is part of racing," and his issues being with McLaren as a team, I don't think he would listen to their team orders telling him to let Norris pass. While he doesn't have issues with Norris, maybe he does behind the scenes. Who knows? After what happened in Singapore, I don't think he'd succumb to McLaren's demand telling him to let Norris pass. I think he'd rather have Verstappen win the World Championship rather than his teammate because his teammate usurps him in the 2 number 1 drivers echelon category, whatever you want to call it. But what I want to say here is 1992, before the start of the Formula 1 World Championship season, James Hunt says, "When there's not a World Championship on the line, Nigel Mansell drives like a World Championship winning driver." That's what we see with Lando Norris. When there's no championship on the line, he drives like a driver who can win it. But when there is, he just bottles it, he chokes, and he folds under the pressure. He wilts.
No, Ekevin disagrees with that, and I disagree with that as well. Lando Norris has won with championships on the line, and that Brazil-Mexico stuff, the championship was on the line for Lando there. So I think it's not about. I think Lando has shown that he can compete in a world championship.
Season, bro.
Yeah, exactly. The problem is this pressure towards the end of the season. Sorry, go on.
Finish on how many podiums, won how many races, when the chips are down, and people are saying he's a bottle job, and now you look at him, he's going into the final day with the potential chance of winning a championship. Cool, you can maybe say he bottled it on the final day, if that's the case, sure, but he didn't bottle it. He came back from behind because Oscar Piastri was leading majority of the way. Lando Norris only led for a little bit at the start. Then Oscar Piastri took over, and then he led the whole. He's leading in the standings, and then if anything, like I said, Oscar Piastri bottled it because Verstappen's right behind him now. Excuse me,
Verstappen took him in the standings.
Yeah,
2 points.
104 points behind Oscar Piastri, and now he's leading the race. That was 9 races ago. He was 104 points behind.
And he's got podium in every single race instead.
9 races going into 10.
Guys, do you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Oscar Piastri barking at us for disrespecting him. He's pulled up to my place barking at us.
Multi 21.
Yeah, I'm going to win the championship. Yeah, Max Verstappen. Yeah. Anyway,
Big up, man.
I was worried.
But quickly, does anyone have Pritchard in their fantasy?
Yes, Justin does, right? No, sorry, G. Who has Pritchard? Why?
Look at Maximilian Verstappen.
He's got 8 points in what do you call?
Maximilian Verstappen just left the show.
Yo, boy, bro, we're talking about the NBA. Yo, what the fuck? Why are the Celtics mauling the Cavs?
He's got 8 points and 3 for 3 from downtown inside 3 minutes into the game. So just beware of your fantasy.
Yo, I think there's a fire outside.
There's no fire. Is there a fire outside?
There's so many sirens outside and cars making noises. Do you hear that?
Yeah,
I don't hear
it. I heard it. I got taken out by the
Maximilian
McLaren
Verstappen.
Glazers.
Nah. There's an AWA hit job going on, King. That's what's going on.
Maybe. But I gotta go, people. Thank you
Yeah,
for having me on.
We're gonna wrap it up here.
Oh, we're
Guys,
wrapping it up. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Everyone subscribe to King's channels. Both of his channels will be in the description of the video.
Subscribe to Ain Sports, subscribe to African King Academy, subscribe to his second channel, The Gaming Zone.
And Ranveer as well. Subscribe to Ranveer's House Racing. Hope he opens the mention soon so I can
Mate, it's not letting me.
and Augustia's channel. I'll put the link. I'll also add Augustia's channel as well. I think you need to start uploading videos as well, bro.
EFC 26.
Yes, I will confirm, Ackerman. I'll start posting clips from these shows.
Cool, guys. Everyone, go subscribe to Augustia once that's done, and we'll see you guys in midweek for the build up to the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
What's that going to be? Wednesday or Thursday?
Around Wednesday or Thursday. I'm not so sure. I'll message you again, King. I'll message you again as well.
All right, brilliant.
All right, cool. Make it a Wednesday. I can't do Thursdays.
Okay, cool. Wednesday sounds good because we have to do the NFL show as well Wednesday.
Yeah.
But also, one last thing. I'm back in about 6 hours, 7 hours with Rasta for the Red Amaran Pod show. So guys, tune in. And NBA shows tonight with King as well. So I think, King, I'll see you later for the NBA show, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
And Prem shows tomorrow because we're doing the Prem League review and preview for the next game week. Because the next game week is literally starting on Tuesday night. So guys, yeah, everyone, peace, love, and guidance.
Zero.
Have a great rest of your day or night, wherever you're from. Take care.